A good run blitz.
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third and short, going with their tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a dump off to White. That one goes for 24 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's White. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move as they face a 2nd down here. Now a carry for White. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll drop the throw. And he's got him in. Corey Davis. Touchdown, Titans. In for the score. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
To throw on 3rd down, Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Shifts past him at the 45. It's caught. Jones. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. First carry for James Conner. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And touchdown! As his guys are in for 6. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to track time.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, you got 3. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Check three. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. Gun. Hot.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And some room to maneuver. Still going. They can't stop him. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Back to throw. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Leopard.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. In for the score. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll run it now out of the gun. Muscles him off. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the season. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Here we go. 58.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going underneath for Lewis. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Dumps it off to Lewis. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 20! And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So how about this for play inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. Do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll go on the ground. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
Back now here on EA Sports. The Titans on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll run it here. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down. To throw now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit, Detroit.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. Green 39, Green 39. Hot, hot.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to take the lead. And it's up and good. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. He's back to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Time on the clock, you having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
On the ground with a tight end. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. To figure just about all 11, probably crashing the line here. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Titans on third down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken at about the 36. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we may overtime. This is taken at his 4. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
What can Rodgers do now with his drive? Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and
now look out, Rodgers lost the football. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now another timeout here called by the Titans. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Green 18.
Working from the gun. Rodgers looking deep downfield. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And that might be Titan football. It is. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches. And if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on now.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Shrugs him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll They'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Now the timeout comes here. In the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goal is from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for our visitors, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Titans,